said that.
Wow.
Nice.
I like that. I've never heard that.
I got one already. E equals MC squared.
Ooh.
Wow.
Kenny, you got anything? No, I didn't think so.
No.
Thanks for tuning in.
To be or not?
That is the question.
Here is Wall. So a look at the starters for the Wizards. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Nene is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Porter in at the 3 spot. So for Washington, their last game a loss to the Pacers in Indiana.
Yeah, their defense got sliced and diced in that game. They just weren't closing down on perimeter shooters, not nearly quick enough. And then they gave up their fair share of those point-blank shots on the interior as well.
Something was clearly amiss for them, Greg. I mean, to let an opponent shoot that high a percentage, you got to take a real long look in the mirror after a game like that.
Thomas gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Dishes at the Wall, puts up the baby hook, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Wall against Irving. 6 to shoot. And Wall. Here we go now.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
Boy, that's a sound physical play. I mean, can't be afraid to put a shoulder into somebody every once in a while. It's a contact sport, folks. Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. I asked him what players he was really eyeing on the scouting report, and he said one that might surprise you, Kenneth Faried. He said he plays with so much energy and effort. He really sets the bar for the rest of the team. If we can limit his impact on the game, I think it'll really be to our advantage. Guys, an interesting take. We'll see if they can slow his roll.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
And Thomas, here we go. Nene pulls it in.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Beal kicks to Nene. Here's Wall. Thompson with the rebound. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against New York.
Yeah, and in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up, a lot of unforced turnovers.
And that did make things relatively easy for him. You know, it's nice to get a win and not have to work too hard for it. There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Morris with the screen for Wall. Fades and shoots. They grab their own miss.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
You know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Now here's Beal after LeBron James's miss. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact in. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Laverne comes in for Faried. J.R. Smith's checked in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. Here is Sessions. J.R. Smith making his last shot. Here's Toroman, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. The Wizards shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And the second free throw, good. Here's Dellavedova. The feed now to Thomas. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Here's Sessions. After the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Sessions passes to Nene, and the shot is good.
Sessions doing a nice job that time.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Upside Thomas. The wing jumper off target.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Here's Teroman. The shot's good. Sessions making the play.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Let's take this chance to bring you now the hottest shooters from downtown this month. Kyrie Irving is second, and of course, Freak.
I mean, the shooting range of these two probably been the most spot on the floor they can't hit from.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. 56 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
The shot by Nene, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And it just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Wizards trail by 9. Here is Sessions looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Teroman, and released it in time, but it's off the mark, and we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers on top. They finish off the first quarter with a tremendous 17-7 run. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mother introduced him to the game.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me my form. I followed through, and still to this day, she yells at me if I miss a shot. So she's kind of a perfectionist, and she definitely taught me how to shoot. She can shoot it, and she still, to this day, thinks she can shoot better than me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom. Subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Wizards trail by 9. Thomas in at shooting guard. Amon Shumpert is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Laverne in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks was superb. He finished with 39 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
All with it. He's picked up by Irving. Outside, Wall. Up top, Harkless. Outside for Beal. Clock at 4. They get the rebound. Tries yet again. Got that one, and the Cleveland lead has been cut down to just 6 points on the bucket from Nene.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And the basket good. 7 points for Otto Porter Jr.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, good call there. I mean, feet clearly moving when he set the screen.
And he lowered the shoulder, too. I mean, they were going to get him there one way or the other. I mean, that was an easy call.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith is checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Gaudlock is checked in. There's Thomas with the 3. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
The shot by Nene, no good. Cleveland leading by 7. Deflects the pass. LeBron dishes to Thomas. Got it up. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And so we wrap up the first. And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Complete domination. What a game for Thomas. 18 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
You said it. His long-range jumpers are having a deadly effect.
So on the floor for Washington, the talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Markieff Morris is out there with Porter. Then it's Nene in at the 5 down low. Here's James. Rebound by the Wizards. Nene's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Stolen by Fareed. Here's Thomas. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. All with it, guarded now by Irving. Here's Nene. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nene's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Thomas. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Wall draws the double. Porter kicks to Morris. It's rebounded by Cleveland. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. And they ended up winning it going away.
And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Lopez. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for Kyrie Irving. The Cavaliers shooting their 7th free throw attempt here. Wizards trail by 10. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He told the huddle they need to go hard to the hoop whenever possible to either draw fouls or get high percentage looks right at the 10. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
The dish now to Porter, out to the right wing. The 15-footer, good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Morris. Cleveland's gone 5-9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Shumpert is checked in for James. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Sessions passes to Porter. Morris a screen. There's the pass to Porter. He kicks it to Sessions. Shot clock at 6. Morris outside. Again the miss by Morris.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
It's stolen by Morris. Porter with it. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Thomas. Tough to finish it off. Beauty.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Smith is checked in. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Washington. Andrew Godlock comes in for Bradley Beal. To the paint. To Roman, covered by Smith. And there's the 3-second violation.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also ranked #1 in taking care of the ball. Not many turnovers. They value possessions like no other.
You said it all right there. The hottest shooting team in the league. And that tells you not only are they shooting it well, but they're also focused on creating terrific opportunities for one another. And although he doesn't quite get the block, he does get the missed field goal attempt because of his ability to alter the shot.
Well, almost as effective as a block. I mean, made him completely change his release point, and I think that caused the miss.
And he gets it to go. Thomas got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
That's tipped. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. He feeds it to Dellavedova. Screen by Fareed. Dellavedova gets the screen from Thomas. Mozgov sets a screen for Smith. Baseline try, and another. Once again, shot good from Thomas. Thomas got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Cavaliers, #1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. There's the pick. To the middle. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Sessions. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 10 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Backup point guard, always an important position, and he fills that role beautifully.
Yep, without a good floor conductor coming off the bench, your offense can quickly grow stagnant. He solves that problem. He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. Irving's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Ball comes in for Sessions. For Cleveland, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. Harkless kicks to Nene. Puts up the baby hook, and that one's good. Nene's got 4 points in the quarter. Outside Thomas. The screen from Thompson. Right side Thomas.
Sticking too much.
Pass to Smith. Shot clock at 5. Thomas a screen. Here's Irving. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Nene dishes the wall. Here's Morris. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
The 3. And he hits the buzzer beater.
Just when it looked like the third quarter was over, they go and do that. They pin 3 more points on the lead in the cruelest of fashions.
Go off when it ends.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the 4th. Cleveland leading by 13. Thompson down low with Mozgov. Irving is out there with Thomas. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Beal the pass to Wall. Beal against Thomas. Beal can't get it to go.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
Mozgov kicks to Thomas. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Thomas got 37.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting it.
Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists here tonight.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Morris a screen and Wall. Here we go now. Beal, that's for 2. And another miss by Washington. The Cavaliers leading by 19. Here's Irving. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
And Cleveland making a change here. Fareed is checked in. Wizards trail by 21. Thomas with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. That one goes. Count. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the shot is good.
And he got loose from the 3-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Down low, here's Beal. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Back to Irving. Got a hand on it. Tries to save it. Here's Thompson. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Beal with it. Now Thomas defending. And Beal kicks to Sessions. Nene. The shot's good. Sessions making the play. And that's now 10 points for Nene.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Cleveland moving it around, and a wide open look for Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Outside Thomas. Here's to Roman. They get it back, and Beal kicks to Nene. Thompson comes with the double team. Nene with the screen on Irving. Sessions dishes to Nene. Not enough on that one as it misses.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
Beal against Thomas. Kicks to James. Thompson a screen on Porter. The drive by James. He used that pitch to perfection.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Well, the ball movement was good. The player movement was excellent, and you only get assists when guys make shots.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys in what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And in a three-game season series, they take the first two, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
Now they've got their sights set on that sweep, Greg, 3-zip. And given what's going on in the first two games, my guess is...
And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, thank you. Tristan, what was Coach's focus for this team coming into tonight's game?
Coach got after us, told us to start, we got to play defense. Just can't come in here and just let them make a score opportunity. We got to play defense and get back.
Tristan, thank you. Kevin, sometimes you've just got to light the fire.
Doris, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.
Listen up. We're good, but we can be better on the defensive end. Set it up.
You was never around, had to hold it down. We the youngest, we was.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. For Minnesota, they come in off the loss to Milwaukee. That game was a shootout. Defense will be the key tonight for them to bounce back with a win. And LeBron James last season got some MVP votes, and while he didn't come away with the award, I think, Kenny, that most would consider him the best player in the league, if not the world.
Well, he's the most difficult player to guard or have a game plan for. Nobody can really take over a game like he does, and the problem that you have with LeBron is who guards him, what position you put on him.
You know, any team that LeBron is on is considered a title contender, and you can't say that about anyone else in the league, so that's why he's the MVP every year.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
It's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves, they want to turn the season series around as they lost their last matchup against the Cavaliers.
You know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for Minnesota, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Powell is out there with Towns, and it's Watson in at the point guard position. Just 4 to shoot, and stolen by Watson. Wiggins kicks to Watson. And the rejection by James. Here's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Well, let's go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Sam Mitchell. Doris, what's the news?
There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
Thank you, Doris. And that one's good.
Always nice to get the first lead of the game.
Yeah, I agree with you there because to me it's just much more comforting to play from the front than to be battling from behind.
Now here's Wiggins. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but he was the ultimate two-way player. Defensively also doing a great job. A couple blocks in that game as well.
Here's Thomas following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. And here is Thomas coming off a stellar performance against Washington.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Watson kicks to Towns. The dish to Wiggins. And he banks in the layup. Wiggins has got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Thomas kicks to Irving. Back to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Watson dishes to Towns. 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins, and again it's Minnesota. Cavaliers trailing. Outside Thomas. And the layup falls. Thomas got 6.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
To the paint. Here's Levine. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Fareed, left side. It's stolen by Watson. They push it up 4 on 3. On the wing, Wiggins. That 3 off the mark. Minnesota comes into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over.
Here's Watson following the basket by LeBron James. 16 feet away. The shot will not go. Good D by James. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. They now take the lead.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. And a moment now to look at the numbers for Towns. He's averaging 19 points per game, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And just look at those scoring totals. He's been doing what he does best, putting points on the board.
Absolutely. I mean, he has those real natural scoring instincts. The ability to find creases in the defense, just fantastic.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for Fareed, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Now, here is Smith. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Jang. Here's Muhammad. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Muhammad's got his first bucket in this one. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. And Thomas, here we go, and it's blocked by Dang. And Moore kicks to Levine. Zhang against James. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Muhammad gets it to go.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
From deep, Thomas scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Here's Levine. And it's more penetrating. Good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the end.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen? And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Fareed comes in for Laverne. LeBron, he's checked in for Smith. And Thomas subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Thomas, he's in at shooting guard. Tristan Thompson is out there with Kenneth Fareed. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's LeBron in at the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Washington Wizards got down to business. He finished with 45 points, and he got there with his usual way. Just an impressive barrage of threes. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
All right, Doris, thanks so much for the report. You had to just marvel, guys, at what he was able to do that night, didn't you?
You know what? It was the game of basketball being played at its highest level. No question who their MVP was in that win.
No question whatsoever, Greg. I mean, that's a performance he and his fans will remember for a long, long time.
Levine dishes to Towns, kicks it to Levine, and the foul called on Freak. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
They set the pick. Towns, the pass to Levine. He feeds it to Muhammad. 6 on the shot clock. No problems knocking that one down. Now it's a 7-point Timberwolves lead.
And they continue to add to their lead. They might be ready to pull away.
No surprise from my end. I mean, they've been really good, and they're looking even better at this moment. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Thomas gets the bucket.
And what a move, guys. I mean, he's absolutely embarrassing them out there right now.
Well, that's an ankle breaker, Greg. You know that. And then he calmly knocked it down. Sweet.
Here's Levine. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Another trip to the stripe for him. And I'll tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And he makes both free throws.
He has such terrific form and consistency on his free throw. Beautiful to watch.
Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. Thomas against Moore. Goes up on the high post. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Thomas. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against Washington.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Dishes to Muhammad. No good off the back of the rim. And we're through the...
Gentlemen, I'm over.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first. if we pay attention to a couple of things. I like how many points we were able to generate from the paint in the half. Our offense should have a nice balance to it going forward because their D has no choice but to put some more bodies in the middle and create some space for us on the perimeter.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Free.
His rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Timberwolves leading by 4, and so in the game for the Timberwolves, the athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Powell is out there with Towns, and it's Watson in at the 1 spot. Wiggins drives in. He dishes it to Levine. The three-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get the crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
Watson kicks to Towns. Makes it off the glass. Towns has got his second basket of the night.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Offside Thomas.
Move the ball. Stick it to
A rebound by the Timberwolves.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Powell dishes to Levine. Banked in off the glass. And now a 6-point Timberwolves. Lead.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Stolen by Levine. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Wiggins. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Wiggins has got 8.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
LeBron with the ball. Outside Thomas. Tries from 16, and that is good. Thomas got 4 points now in the quarter.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
The feed to Powell. Pass to Wiggins. He kicks to Levine. 6 to shoot. The shot by Powell, no good.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted. And really, I like the movement and communication there.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
Well, among the centers and power forwards of the NBA, these are the players with the softest touch around the bucket. Some terrific shooting percentages for the big men. Karl Anthony Towns, fourth.
And most of the guys on that. Soft touch.
Yeah, and you've got to have a mix of options if you're going to shoot a high percentage like these guys do. You've got to be able to establish good position, and then you've got to have a nice feel around the bucket with both hands.
Minnesota in the lead. Watson with it. 5 points in the game. Here's Levine. Mozgov with the block. Outside Irving. Outside Thomas. For the lead. That's good. Thomas got 9 points now in just the second half.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there will be more in store.
Pass to Watson. The pass to Day. Tries to snap the cold streak, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Clark, third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
Yeah, it's really been a bit of a tug of war. Back and forth we go.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Stolen by Levine, and here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop, and he gets it to go. And it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Thompson down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. The 11-footer, and Towns gets it to go.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
And Thomas has it in the corner. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says thank you very much and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Here's Towns, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Cleveland leading by 8. Passes it to LeBron. And Thompson kicks to Thomas. For the 3. No luck. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Following this game, they hit the road. They'll take on the Knicks in New York. That will be the 3rd of the 6-game road trip. Now, here's Watson. In the corner, it's Jang. Clock at 6. Here's Muhammad. Good D by Thomas. Cleveland's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence. Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Muhammad with the steal. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.